Hi. Um, it's Monday, June 23rd, and when I'm in the car, half the time when I'm in the car, I'm in Cali. And so today is another monitoring appointment. I'm crossing my fingers and toes, and I need all of you to cross your fingers and toes for the future me, who is hoping and praying that I trigger tonight and retrieve on Wednesday. But not just that. I want to trigger tonight and retrieve 2 eggs on Wednesday. I am praying that this little dormant, sleepy ass follicle that has been 7 millimeters for a month and a half has suddenly awakened at the competition of this miscellaneous dormant, not dormant, I feel like I want to call it a primordial follicle, to be honest. Something has awakened this primordial follicle on the right side under this cyst, and it grew to 11 millimeters last week. And they're like, nah, we're going to keep it going. Let's see where this goes. And I'm like, are you sure? Um, I'm really, really wanting this other one that we were originally going for to like wake up and be like, bitch, this is my territory. Give me some of that FSH, and we're gonna see, may the best egg win. That's what I would love to happen in my body. I want to retrieve 2 eggs. It would be the first time ever that I retrieve more than one egg. Anyways, that's what I'm here doing. But I haven't gone into my appointment yet. Somebody took my morning spot, so it's not for another hour and 15 minutes or so. So I left at the same time from AZ, just because. I mean, I did sleep in a bit, but I left around the same early-ish time and got here super early. And so I went and grabbed lunch from Sprouts. I got a big ass juicy green apple. I got a Junie. I got the peach one this time, so I'm excited about that. I got a Junie. I got a turkey sandwich on whole wheat with grains and seeds. I love that kind of bread. And I got these like healthy Pringles. They're not Pringles, but they're called the Good Crisp Company. I got a can of those and ate good. Ate my lunch, and then I came to the park. Normally when I'm waiting for my appointment or I'm waiting for results or whatever, I just wait in the parking lot under a tree if it's available. But this time I'm like, nah, because it'd be hot over there. If you don't find a tree, or like if the sun moves or whatever the case, then it's hot, even though it's only like 70 degrees. If you're in the sun, it's hot as hell. So I'm like, nah, let me come over to the park. I haven't been over here in a while. It's just across the road. Um, and just chill. And it feels so amazing right now. It feels so freaking good. There's trees all around the park, obviously. And there's a breeze, and it's kind of like not overcast, but there's clouds in the sky, and it just feels so good. Like, I want to take a nap so bad. But that wouldn't be safe because there are lots of other people sitting in their cars also doing whatever the fuck they're doing. And I don't trust it like I trust that other parking lot. So I'm just gonna chill and relax and just be at peace. I feel at peace right now. So nice. Just chill. Took my blood pressure. It's nice and not low, but the lower side of elevated. So I'm gonna wait. I really want my Junie, but I need to drink this water. I'm going to save my Junie for after my appointment because I don't want any of the caffeine to raise my blood pressure. Anyways, oh, I didn't get to catch you up real quick on my weekend. I had a wonderful weekend, super long weekend, because it was Juneteenth on Thursday, and then nobody was going to be in the office Friday, so I was like, yeah, I'll take Friday too. And then Saturday, Sunday, and then my appointment today. So I've had 5 days off of work. And let me tell you, one of the nicest, best chunks of a weekend off. Thursday for Juneteenth. Oh, I had an appointment on Thursday. I was like, what did I do? I was here on Thursday, so nothing. And then Friday, I had a massage. Um, the first of like a trio of massages. And she came and set up her stuff at my place. And it was an hour long and it was amazing. It was amazing. Oh my God, it felt so good. I felt so loose and I said, I feel refurbished. And she just laughed. But I did. I felt not brand new, but I felt like renewed. And I felt like that the rest of the weekend. Saturday, I didn't do shit. Sunday, I did get out of the house. It was like one of the cooler days of the week. So I was like, let me go run my errands and do shit and meet people on Sunday. So I did that and prepared the car and everything for today. Yeah, and I just relaxed, and it was like absolutely what I needed. I was able to relax my mind. I did a little bit of cooking. I just made some shrimp and pasta. It wasn't anything to write home about or document. It was borderline a struggle meal because I used too much. It was not the best, so that's fine. But I did cook a little bit over the weekend. Um and what else did I do? I went and tried to like fix my tire at 3 different places. I did finally get that done. Oh, I watched all of the Twilight movies on Netflix before they left. Not because I'm a fan, but because the whole series was on, and then I got the notification that they weren't going to be there anymore. And I'm like, let me just see what the hype is. I don't like to watch things while it's super trendy and hyped up. I will wait 15 years and then decide to watch something. So that's what I did all weekend. So back to the massage. I was just really glad about how I spent the weekend and the massage. It was right on time. I felt like it got my blood flowing. That's also why I'm feeling pretty hopeful about these follicles because I had my appointment, I'm doing my meds, I got this massage. Hopefully that the blood is flowing towards like my pelvis, uterus area. Um, I stayed super hydrated. I rested. I took a nap. I ate good. It was just great. It was really great. So, yeah, hoping for the best. What else? Why did Jackie send me a movie recommendation that I was totally not prepared for? I mean, okay. I had heard of the movie and I like wanted to watch it, but it wasn't free on any of the streaming apps that I had at the time. So then I just never watched it and I forgot. So she reminded me to watch this movie because it was on finally on one of my streaming apps. And I'm like, oh, I don't have anything else to watch. This was yesterday, Sunday. Tell me why. Origin. Ava DuVernay's film. Girl had me, and I was pissed because it had me crying. Oh my God. I hate to cry on shows and movies, especially when it like catches me off guard and I'm like trying to keep it in, suck it in, and it like I just can't. I hated it. But it was so on time. Such an on time film. The part that got me I made it through the whole movie. The part that gets me was the little boy in the pool. The little boy on the little league team and the whole pool situation, that story ripped my heart right out. Ripped my heart out. Just what? You just never know what's going to like tug on you, right? And it was seeing that baby at that pool and what they did. Girl, don't let it be my little boy. I would have. Oh my God, don't let that be my little boy. You know what I mean? It's shit like that. It's like, I cannot imagine. Anyway, so I watched Origin also, and I'm mad at her about that. I'm sure we'll talk about it this upcoming week because our schedule has changed and I haven't talked to her in a long time. So I have an appointment with her this week, and I'm going to be like, Jackie, what are you trying to do to me, bruh? Like, what? Like, I get it. I get the messaging. I get it. Everything is right on time. But what are you trying to do to me? Actually, so mad. Oh, I started Ethernet last night. It's Spanish. Yeah, I think it's Spanish. No, it's not. Yes, it is because they're in Argentine. They speak Spanish in Argentina, right? It's not Portuguese. It's Spanish. Watching Ethernet on Netflix. I watched, I don't know, maybe 2 episodes so far, and I'm interested. The first episode, it took a while for them to get to the grits and eggs of it. But it's interesting. I like, what do you call it? Not quite I like dystopian movies, but I like natural disaster ass, weird ass weather, alien type of invasions without it obviously being aliens type stuff. So this has me intrigued. In fact, I should have downloaded a couple episodes for today, but I didn't. Here we are. I've got plenty of podcasts to listen to. But anyways, I just wanted to like quickly check in and let you know how my weekend went and what's going on today. We're really close to retrieval. So after my appointment, I will update you on what they say. Hopefully it's good news and not annoying. I had such a hard time last appointment. I don't know why I was wigging the fuck out, but I had a hard time. Today I'm feeling better so far. Okay, I'm gonna listen to my podcast and relax and try not to fall asleep, and I'll check in later. Bye. Just got in. Oh my gosh. It's 8:54 and I have all my normal meds to take as well as new meds to take, and I need to log in and read my protocol immediately. Oh, I need this. Anything else in here? I don't think so. I don't think I need that right now, so I'll put that down for now. Need to wash my hands. I'm praying that this is not a problem because I did not stop and get ice. I just relied on my 2 totally frozen bottles of water in here to keep everything cool. I hope that there's still ice in here. Yeah, it's still cold. Good. My trigger shots need to be kept cold. The ice pack that they give only lasts about an hour. So typically when this happens, I need to get a bag of ice to keep this cool. But these frozen bottles of water did very well. Very well. So I'm gonna put these in the fridge right now. I've got Lupron and HCG, aka Avidro. Put these in the fridge. I did not give an update, I don't think, after the info, or after when I got a couple calls, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so they're still cold. They're not frozen anymore, but they're cold. These came in handy, clutch. Yay. Let my cooler dry. Let me read the instructions real quick, sorry. So after my appointment, I got the call before they posted, and they're like, you're actually gonna trigger tonight. I've got 2 trigger shots, like I just said. And then they wanted me to start taking ibuprofen immediately. And then tonight, so I'm taking ibuprofen, 200 milligram tablets twice a day at 5 today and then at 11 p.m. tonight. And then tomorrow she said do it at 11 a.m. and then 5 p.m. And she said that's to keep me from ovulating, which I have never heard. Usually they give me Orilissa, and so I wonder what the difference is. I was like, I've never had that before. And she's like, yeah, this is a new protocol. So I had to stop by the store on the way home to pick some of that up. Continue with my estrogen and my progesterone, which is right now. And then my why can't I log in? Am I doing this wrong? Please don't lock me out. Okay, thank God. I don't know why that wasn't working. So the ibuprofen, the estradiol, Provera, HCG tonight, Lupron tonight, Follistim tonight, my last bit. Let me go in here and read because it was a lot. So, cycle day 38. Natural IVF cycle treatment plan as follows. Administer the following medications today. Provera, twice a day, 1 tablet in the morning at 6 p.m., then discontinue. Well, I didn't do that. Fuck. I didn't do that. It's 3 hours later. So no more of this. Don't take that in the morning, E, and don't take... All right, then at 6 p.m., then discontinue. Why didn't... See, she did say 6 o'clock. Fuck, she did say 6 o'clock, but I didn't understand why she said that, because it's been 8 o'clock. Then discontinue. So I need to put this up so I don't take it in the morning. Why do I always fuck up this, the night of trigger? Okay, what else? Took those 2. Follistim at 6 p.m., then discontinue. I wasn't about to shoot up on the road, so I gotta do that. All of it at 6 o'clock. Where was I supposed to be at 6 o'clock? When I didn't even get my instructions until fucking... I didn't even get my instructions until... Girl, it's fine. You're doing it now. You're doing it now. I just can't be late on the trigger shots. On the left side, not that it matters, because I'll have to give you the update. I don't think I said what the update was. It was seeming kind of empty the last time that I took it. These needles look janky lately, bro. Yo, the last one looked janky. Or am I tripping? As in, like, they don't look smooth. Yeah. Be careful of your needles, because I'm not seeing any shards on the pad, but looking at it with the naked eye, it definitely looked like there were shards of like metal on the needle. And it looked like that before, like the other night when I did it, and I'm like, no, I'm just tripping, and I didn't do this. This time it was clear, and now it doesn't look like that. Yo, the fuck? Putting that in my body. All right, let's be done with this. My arm hurts. Tough skin over there, bruh. All right, it's in. Let's go ahead and get this done. That felt different. All right, not gonna use the same needle. I mean the same, I'm not gonna use the same pad to wipe my skin because I'm just putting the shards back on there. Anyways, may as well leave this out because in about an hour I take the other shots. Put that back in the fridge when I get there. Okay, what else? Let's throw this out because I don't want to accidentally use it again. Now, Folliston 50 units at 6 p.m. then discontinued. I hope this is not going to make a difference that I'm 3 hours late. Ibuprofen, 1 at 5 and then 11 p.m. as instructed. Now, 10:15. So I need to set an alarm for 10 o'clock right now because I do not want to be late like last time. 10 o'clock. Lupron 60 units. All 60 units. Okay, subcutaneously 36 hours later. Okay. 10:15. HCG 2000 IU. Is that correct? Inject yeah, it says inject 2K. 2K subcutaneously on 6/23 at 10:15. Okay. I wonder why it's so high this time. I feel like I've only had one trigger shot and I don't remember it being that much. I don't remember paying that much either. They got me for another hundreds of dollars. I was expecting one number and it doubled. Whatever. At least it's not just going to waste. Like I'm putting it in my body. I don't know why. If patient misses their trigger time completely, please do not trigger. Call your office the next business day to receive updated instructions. If the trigger time is missed or altered by the patient, there will be an extra fee of $350 to compensate for reentry, blah, 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 blah. All trigger times are set at California time. Well, thank goodness we're on the same time right now because there have been times where we're not on the same time and that has totally confused me. Okay. So let me look at that again. 11 p.m. is this. So I gotta stay up. That's crazy. My egg retrieval's on Wednesday, yo. Well, there was more instructions after that. Tuesday. 2 tablets. Oh, I'm taking ibuprofen 3 times a day. And see, this is what I asked her. I was like, so I'm taking this 2 times a day? And she's like, no, take it at 5 and 11. And I'm like, okay, is that not 2 times a day? But all right, it's not. She's saying take 2 tablets by mouth at 11 a.m., at 5 p.m., and 11 a.m. I'm going to have to Google that. I'm curious now what ibuprofen does to stop ovulation. Wednesday. 2 tablet, ibuprofen, take 2 tablets by mouth at 6 a.m. for your upcoming procedure. Okay. We noted that you have, damn. See, this is the part that gets me. We noted that you have declined pain management for your upcoming procedure. That terrifies me. Please see below for our procedure room rules. Oh, this is new. Female patients only. Due to sensitivity of the surroundings in and around the lab, avoid wearing any scented lotions or perfume. Knew that. Empty bladder. Blood pressure issues. Please make sure to take your blood pressure medication prior to your procedure. Elevated blood pressure prior to the procedure may result in cancellation of the procedures, which I kind of knew that, but they've never put it like this, and they've never... I don't have blood pressure medication because I don't have blood pressure issues. It's just white coat. It was high today. Okay. 10:15 a.m. I feel like I've had an appointment there before where I've had to be there at 10:30 and we got there at like 9, but I had to leave at... I don't remember. I'll do the math. Now, I want to see what my labs were. Ultrasound, a 6 millimeter. I had an under 5 millimeter. I have my leading follicle at 17 millimeter. Endo is 8.5. The cyst went back down to 21 millimeters. So they didn't even count the under 5 millimeter, but there were definitely 3 follicles. LH 3.8, 14 the last time. FSH super low. I don't understand that. Why is my FSH so low? They couldn't tell me either. Estradiol super high. That's probably the indicator, right? I thought it was up to the LH though, getting high. It's not. LH is lowering, FSH is lowering, which is so weird. Let's get these out. I feel like I spent a lot of money today. Let's put this in my work bag. All right, what else? What is that doing over here? I promise I'd be making peanut butter and jelly in my sleep. Cause what? Okay, I think I can get in the shower and get ready for my shots. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, bye. I think I am going to have a tea. What the hell is that noise? I'm gonna have a tea. While I wait. The people upstairs are out of control. Okay. Tea. First of all, put water on me. We're gonna do... Oh, you know what? I know why my blood sugar was that low that one time I had tea. Because it was tea and a little something else in it. What? Somebody has been trying to get into my motherfucking Amazon for this whole week. And that's crazy because it keeps sending me the one-time passcode to my phone, and I'm like, it's not me, it's not the other person that uses my Amazon account. So like, how do you think you're gonna hack into my shit and you need the code? This happens all the time. I don't know how to like stop it. Change your password, dummy. Okay, well, you know what? I guess that's what I have to do, is change my password. I'm not convinced that will solve it, but okay. Let's sit and wait. I've got 5 minutes. I should probably not wait. 15 minutes should be enough, right? I still have to stay up till 11 to take this other shit. Let's sit and reflect. Girl. I'm so glad that I'm home. I'm drinking milk thistle and a mixture of some anime tea that my brother got for me. I don't know the name of it, I'm so sorry. But it is an anime themed tea flavor. It's really fragrant, really nice. It smells so good. It's got butterfly pea flower and like vanilla and something else and something else. It smells really good. When I had it the other night, I mixed it with a little something else and it was okay. I think I kind of messed it up by adding the little something else, but overall it was really nice. Oh, why am I out of breath? I also don't remember having so much of the medication in previous cycles. So maybe that's where the sticker price is getting me, or the sticker shock, is that maybe I did have some, but it was not as much and therefore it was not that expensive. I have to prepare myself for that, the part 2 of the cycle and that medication. Golly, because I promise it's like, it's a lot per box, unless I can get, okay, it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock, so let's get the shits together. Okay. Maybe I don't need instructions because basically it's bitch take it all. Like they pre-measured everything out. Okay. I'm nervous. You're making me nervous. Okay, this is the Lupron. Keep refrigerated. Expires November 2025. And then ice pack, and then the HCG expires 10/25. We're gonna put that aside. And I guess it's just straightforward. I've never had needles like this. So that's interesting. It seems like somebody, or maybe several somebodies, have royally screwed their trigger night to the point where they no longer trust patients to measure it out and do it themselves on time. Guilty, right? So now they're like measuring it out themselves, labeling it, getting it ready for you. All you have to fucking do is shoot up, right? I get that. I don't know in the year and a half that I was gone how many people screwed up their cycles for them to have to do this. But do I appreciate it? Yes, I do. Because clearly all I have to do is take it off, tap, tap, squirt, like I know. And wait, where do I put it? Do I put it in the belly or in my butt? See? I need someone to stand right next to me so that I don't fuck it up. Because somehow somebody just like standing there and watching makes me not screw up. But if I'm just here, left to my own devices, I've got 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's in the stomach, but I just want to be certain. Okay, if my egg retrieval was on 8/7, then 8/5 are the instructions. No medications. So I didn't trigger? That doesn't make any sense. This appointment has already been scheduled for you. No medications at this time. Depending on your results, you may need an egg retrieval right away or in the late afternoon. That was, okay. That's what me and my mom were talking about. I didn't trigger. I had a stat egg retrieval. Girl, I'm about to throw up because now it's all rushing back to me. That's why I was in so much pain, because look, I need to go back to the spreadsheet because that one doesn't count. My egg retrieval before then was 5'3", then 5'1". Okay, Avidrel, 250 micrograms. I also need to check this shit. Inject full syringe subcutaneously 30 minutes after midnight. See, that's also what screwed me up. Lupron, this is not needed. Oh, I didn't need Lupron the last time? Fresh. I never had a fresh embryo transfer. Blood pressure has always been there. Oh, that was my double retrieval. Got it. Okay, girl. So I'm putting it in the belly. Let me go back to my current instructions. She said 2,000 units and 60 units. It's labeled right there, and she wants me to put it all in, right? It says to keep refrigerated. Maybe I should put this back for a few minutes instead of sitting here next to a hot cup of tea. Let's have a sip of this tea. And I cannot go to bed. I want to go to bed right after I take these shots, but I can't. I gotta stay up till another 45 minutes to take the other pills. So I'm afraid that if I start talking that I'm gonna miss my time. But basically I have a lot of anxiety going on right now. The first set of anxiety is that I've got these follicles on my left and my right side, and the main one is on my right side, and the right ovary is the one that is like tucked behind my uterus. And so the last time I had an egg retrieval, aside from it being stat, it was also the first time that he had to go through my uterus to get to my ovary and retrieve, and that was the most painful. I feel like it was more painful than PRP. But again, I think it was because that retrieval was so rushed and unpredicted, if you will, that I also did not have time to take my Tylenol. And also with my PRP, I was on Tylenol, I was on Valium, and I was on something else. And while that hurt, I was like, it didn't really hurt until afterwards. This last egg retrieval that I had hurt all the way through and afterwards, and I was kind of like, the fuck just happened? And so that fear is bubbling up in me again, because are they gonna have to go through my uterus again to get to this follicle? And how am I going to mind over matter the pain, if it's going to be painful? How much Tylenol can I take? Because I want to make sure that I'm okay. I'm going to be alone because it's smack dab in the middle of the week, and you know, people can't just take off like I can. So because it's so unpredictable when I have to be up there and what's happening, I'm going to be up there alone. And I don't think that I'm going to stay the night. I don't think I'm going to stay the night. I should. I really fucking should. But I might just like, yeah, I don't fucking know what I'm gonna do about that. But so there's that anxiety, and then there's the anxiety of like, once the egg is retrieved, then it has to survive all the stages in the lab. And I'm praying that it survives all the stages in the lab. And I have to wait, like, if it survives all the stages in the lab, then it has to multiply cells, and then it's frozen. So it has to make it 3 days. Girl, so many things. I told you, the uncertainty of the next level is crazy. But after all of this is said and done, prayerfully I get a break. I stop all meds, I let my period come, I take a break, and then it starts all over for phase 2. It's 10:15. Okay, it's 10:15. It just says subcutaneously, so anywhere on the belly. It didn't say specifically where, so that means that I'm gonna use this side. Oh man, pray for me. I'm gonna use this side, because that side is a little tough. It's a little jerky. All right, I'm gonna do the HCG. And I really wonder why I didn't need Lupron before, so I'm gonna Google that. I did Google the whole ibuprofen and ovulating situation, and they said, Google said it's not like scientifically proven, but it basically does. All right. Tap any air bubbles that might be in there. And I'm going to, should I? I don't want to waste any medicine. It didn't say to do that whole thing. I'm just going to tap it and stick it in. I don't want to waste any meds. This is a small needle. One of these hurts, and I don't remember which one. Like it makes you sore, or it burns or something. Stop talking and do this shit. It's going in really slow. Breathe. That's another thing that I have to remember, because that makes me pass out easily or get lightheaded, is by like holding my breath. It's kind of hard to do, but it's going in. Ooh, okay. Big push. Big push. All right. HCG is all in. I know all of this seems like really dramatic, or at least I'm really dramatic. Maybe so, but this is like, you know, it's scary shit. It's scary shit every single time. I'll never be used to doing this. This is the Lupron. That looks like more. What is Lupron for? Why do I need 2,000 units? I didn't even check the tips of these needles. I'm gonna just pray that God removes all these heavy metals out of my body. Except the iron, I need that. All right, tap, tap. Whew, that just gave me the fevers. Okay, breathe. I know some people can just like stick it in, push all this shit in, and they're done. Ooh, this is the one that hurts. Fuck, this is the one that hurts. Oh. It only took me 6 minutes. Okay, it's done. Trigger shot's done. I'm gonna sit down for a minute. All right. Okay. This in here. Oh, yeah. It's that Lupron. in the morning when I wake up, all I have to do is take the ibuprofen. Well, not even when I wake up. At lunchtime, I take the ibuprofen. And then when I get home, I take it, and then I gotta stay up till 11 and take it. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, my belly. Ow. That second one is burning. Okay, so really quick, let's look at, I'm probably gonna have to do commentary tomorrow because I can't focus. Lupron, what is that? Ooh, it hurts. Lupron IVF. I won't even say trigger shot because that's obvious. What is the purpose of Lupron in IVF? Injectable categories. Agonists using protocol, shut off your body's normal process of hormone and egg development. As part of the downregulation protocol, it's used to prevent premature ovulation during the ovarian stimulation process. Okay. So then why do I have to be on ibuprofen also? Be sure I don't lose this baby, because I've been crying this whole week about, oh, I ovulate early. Do y'all know that? Like, please, please, please. And today they're like, okay, you're getting Lupron and you're getting all the things thrown at you to make sure we don't lose this egg during the ovarian stimulation process. Okay. Lupron helps synchronize the development of multiple follicles, suppressing the pituitary hormone FSH and LH. Does Lupron trigger IVF versus HCG? Let's see. It is not an option for people using Lupron as an agonist to prevent ovulation during their treatment cycle. Oh, those patients can only use an HCG trigger. Oh, okay, that explains it. Lupron triggers are great for patients who are at high risk of OHSS because they don't have the same side effects that come along with the HCG trigger. So let's find out what the fuck that does. Yeah, it is the actual trigger. Ovidrel is used in women undergoing assisted reproductive techniques such as in vitro fertilization, and in women who do not produce eggs and ovulation, or who produce too few eggs, oligo-ovulation, to trigger the release of eggs, ovulation, after other medicines have been used to develop follicles. Kind of itches down there now. Yeah, that injection site itches. Don't touch it, E. I can see both of them, and that one itches and hurts. Oh, I want to scratch so bad. Why does it itch? Leave it, 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 leave it. Stays in your system for 6 days. So I'll at least not have a period for 6 days. So I'll have a week break. Abdominal pain, nausea and vomiting, restless or irritable. Okay, well, it's done. I'm gonna get off here because I'm tired. I've got to stay up another 30 minutes, which is fine, but I'm just gonna chill because, like, all of a sudden I'm like, my computer's shutting down. Okay. All right, good night. I should stay, especially since I'm gonna be alone and I'm just bracing myself for a very uncomfortable, if not painful, procedure. I should stay. And I should let the person who wants to help me with that. Yeah. All right. Good night. We'll talk more tomorrow.
It's not clocking to you. I don't know. I'm not the one. He was living out his fantasy of going off as a black
being
person.
a thug.
She
Baddies,
literally.
the fact that Baddies Africa is a thing is just like,
Baby,
what
it's a
have
thing.
we done?
There have been, what I'm learning is that there have been women who have watched this show.
This is pretty comfy. I didn't bring the remote. Shit. I really want to take a bite of this. Oh, this is really comfy, this couch. Okay, so let's recap what just happened. It's, what did I call it? Grape picking day, aka retrieval day. It is June 25th, Wednesday, and my retrieval was scheduled for 10:15 this morning. Obviously I'm in California, right? So I triggered, what's today? Wednesday. I triggered Monday night after my appointment here and after getting back, I think I talked about that. I triggered Monday night, went to work yesterday, and then decided that it would probably be in my best interest to go ahead and get a room and don't try to drive my ass all the way back home after today. Especially since this retrieval was on my right side. My right ovary is located kind of like under and behind my uterus, and that means pain because it's not easily retrievable. The last time that this happened, the doctor had to put the needle through my uterus to get to the ovary to retrieve it. And as you all know, if you don't know, if you're new here, welcome to the insanity. Anytime I do a retrieval, I do not use any kind of anesthesia. Not regular, not local, not any kind of anesthesia, right? And so the last time that happened, I had no idea that that was the issue. And I also was only on Tylenol that I don't think had kicked in yet. And so that was the most excruciating pain that I had been in at least a long time. So with that traumatic experience in mind, and I went back and forth on whether I was going to get the local anesthesia this round, and I'm like, it's just one follicle. I know what I'm getting into. Like, before I didn't know why it was hurting so much until they explained, like, during your ovary is behind your uterus and we have to get to it, otherwise I was going to forfeit that egg. And while that was very shocking, I also understand that when we're all in the moment, we're here to retrieve this one egg, you kind of have to do whatever you got to do to get to it, right? You've gone through all of this to get your egg, and shit happens, right? So this time I was like, okay, I know that the follicle that we're going for is on the right side. I know it's down below and behind my uterus. I know that they're gonna have to get to it somehow. But it's only one egg. Do I want to spend the money on the local anesthesia to get through this one retrieval, right? If it was multiple follicles, I would have paid for that, right? But I'm like, you know what? Let me just go into it with like a different mindset. Let's try to do some meditation, some positive thinking. Let's do breathing. Let's make sure we take our Tylenol well in advance. Let's do some praying, obviously. And then at the last moment yesterday, after I had declined any like sedation or medication, pain management or whatever, I called and I was like, you know what? When I did my PRP, that was a pretty intense procedure. And they prescribed me Valium and a doxycycline for like, just to make sure. And I still took my Tylenol. And I got through that. I mean, granted, it was painful as fuck afterwards, like when I stood up, but I got through the procedure itself pretty damn well. And she had to aspirate a couple of cysts and then still inject the plasma into my ovaries. I got through that. So I'm like, you know what? Why don't you guys offer Valium? And so I asked her, I was like, can I get one of those? I think that would help. Because I think for me, majority of the fear that I have is, I mean, obviously the anxiety building up because I'm thinking about the last time I was in excruciating pain. So it's like, if I can get past that anxiety a little bit, I might be able to like woman up and just get through it. So she's like, oh yeah. I'll send it to your pharmacy right now. So I was like, cool. On top of that, they had me on a ibuprofen regimen for like the past couple days. They said it was to help prevent me from ovulating, which is an interesting idea. but I did read on the internet that that is used in some cases. So between the ibuprofen that I was on, I had to take it like 3 times a day, and then the Tylenol at a certain time, then the Valium at a certain time. She was like, yeah, that's no problem, but do you have a ride? Because you cannot drive. And I'm like, here we go. I was like, yeah, I'll figure it out. She's like, well, definitely figure it out because you cannot drive. And it was almost like she wasn't going to prescribe it to me if I did not say that I was going to figure it out. And so I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. I mean, which I was going to do anyways, because I'm like, even if I'm able to power through this retrieval and get her done, I'm going to be tired. I'm going to be sore, I'm going to be in pain, and I'm just not going to want to get back on the road after all of this. So I was like, yeah, I'll figure it out. So this hotel is the preferred partner hotel from my clinic. And they have like a special pricing, and like they have a whole partnership with them, and I freaking love it. It's in the area, it's not super far, it's right across the street from the airport if I ever flew, which I can't see that happening. It's just in a really great location. It's a Hilton, and I just love it because it's always so put together and clean, and the people are, you know, they're friendly for the most part. They're very accommodating, and it also has a shuttle. So the part of the partnership is that the shuttle will take you, also as an honors member, will take you to the airport, which is right, it's nothing, right? And it will take you to the airport. I mean the IVF center. So I was like, perfect. I'm gonna book this hotel like I normally do. I've stayed here like, I don't know, 6 times. It's just been a couple years, obviously, so whatever. But I've stayed here like at least 6 times. I know the area. I'm comfortable with this. It's quiet. It's reasonably priced when you get the corporate code. And so I was like, okay, send me the Valium. I'll take everything, and I'll get a ride from, you know, via shuttle to my appointment, and I'll have them come pick me up and drop me off. Perfect. Which it worked out very well. I left AZ this morning to get here I was on the road by 3 o'clock, by 3 a.m. And I did my normal stops. I stopped in one city, I filled up, had a pee break, got right back on the road, and I got here almost exactly at 9. I think I got here like maybe 9:03. And part of the other thing was that it's super busy right now. Like the hotel is pretty much full at capacity. And so they're kind of like less likely to work with you or like accommodate you when it's like busy season, because it's like they're making money and they don't have time for like little shit, despite the partnership. That doesn't mean that I was treated I wasn't treated odd, like bad or anything. I'm just saying that there's a less tolerance for basic shit, right? So I get here, there's people all over because it's breakfast time also. People are like heading to the airport, they're checking in, she's on the phone. And I totally understood that check-in wasn't gonna be until 3 o'clock. I knew that. All I wanted was, hey, I'm here to check in later today, I need the shuttle right now. Which I had called yesterday to like verify all that with people. And they're like, yeah, it's fine, just come, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I was like, cool. Get there, and I hate to be that person, but it was what it was. I don't know any other way that I could have gotten here earlier except for leaving at midnight, and I just, no. And some people are like, well, why didn't you just leave last night to be here already and then get up and go to your appointment and then come back, and then I don't know. And I was like, I didn't want to spend $500 for 2 nights. unnecessarily. You know what I mean? Like I don't need 2 nights. I just need one night to rest and recoup, and then I have to get right back on the road. So it was fine. So yeah, my appointment was at 10:15. They wanted me there early at like 9:30. So I get here at 9. I'm at the desk trying to explain my situation. The shuttles are like pulling up because they're like putting people, they're gonna go to the airport or whatever, and I'm like, I need a shuttle. And she's like, oh, no problem, when do you want to leave? And I was like, as soon as possible. And she's like, okay. So she pulls out this list with a few people on it. She's like, well, the next shuttle isn't until like 9:30. And I was like, oh my god. And she's like, if that's all right. And I'm like, well, if that's all that you have, then it just has to be, and I'll figure it out. I did start to panic then, because 9:30 is not when I need to leave here and get to the place, which is like 10 to 15 minutes. I need to be there by 9:30. So she's like, you know what? Let me see if, because he's getting ready to take a bunch of people to the airport, let me see if you can just hop in with him, and after he drops them off, he can take you. And I was like, that would be great. So that actually happened. He only dropped like one couple off. It was like a mother-daughter. Nobody else was there. And I'm like, boy, take me too. And so I get to my appointment by like 9:38, which was perfect. All I did was I had to sign in. I had to sign off on, hey, your insurance doesn't cover ICSI, so if you get multiple eggs, what do you want to do? What's the maximum number of eggs that you want fertilized? This is the price, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, sign off on that. I already know. She's like, oh, you know? I was like, yeah, I know. They will never cover ICSI unless extenuating circumstances occur, which sucks, but whatever. ICSI is not that bad, considering I just have one egg. It's like a certain set of hundreds of dollars per egg that you have to have fertilized, and I'm like, that's nothing, I just have one, so I'll take it. Sign off on that, go wait. They called me back and we got right to it, and I'm so glad that I did everything that I did medicine wise, because I popped that Valium, just one tablet. It was like 2 milligram tablet. Baby, that is a good time. I was just sitting there, like I felt it kick in probably like, I won't even say 10 minutes. It didn't take 10 minutes for it to kick in. I started feeling it and I was just like, oh, this is great. And I'm just like sitting there smiling like a weirdo because I'm just so happy. And so she calls me back and I'm like, what's up? And she's like, how are you feeling? I'm like, really, really good. So she just laughed, and then go back there, prep me, and then, so this time, skip to the procedure because they called me right back. Skip to the procedure, and here's something else. Like, they told me my doctor would not be doing the retrieval because he was off today. How about his ass shows up? And I was like, yes, because the other doctor that I know does these too. He's like really rough, and I've talked about him before, and I'm like, I was like also bracing myself for this particular doctor who's like really rough, and I just don't care for him. So when my doctor showed up, I was like, hey, you were supposed to be off today. It's good to see you. And he just laughed. He did his shit so quickly. It was amazing. My appointment was at 10:15. I was done with the retrieval by, I feel like 10:30. I feel like I was done by 10:30 and just like resting with the hot pad. And so this time it was painful in an intense way, not excruciating, but painful in the sense of like, rather than him sticking a sword through my organs to get to said goal, he just took the ultrasound wand and shifted all of my organs up to get to my ovary that was like way under behind my spleen. He's like, sorry, a little bit of pressure. And I'm like, a little bit? You're like literally, I was feeling pain in here, like pain and pressure in here, right? Normally you're down here. It was in here, and I was like, oh shit. No anesthesia, Tylenol, a Valium, and that's it. But I would have much rather, I will take this over that whole like having to go through meat to get that shit. No, 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 no. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. So he had to like push up a couple of times and hold it to get to it. And then of course you also do feel the needle still in your ovary to aspirate each follicle. And again, I only had one follicle, but he aspirated 2 different times, the actual follicle and also the cyst I saw that he did, just to make sure. And then he looked around to the left to see if there was anything else, and he didn't find anything else on the left. Yeah, so then he let everything go, and I was like, oh my God, relief. It was so quick. And then he's like, do you want to see your egg? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, look over there. And so, you know, same thing. Look over to the screen, and you can see the microscope or the petri dish or whatever. You can see the science. And you could see the egg go into the dish. And let me tell you, I don't know why it looks so much different from the other 2 or 3 times. But this egg was so very clear, so very pronounced. Like, you know, an egg cell is microscopic, right? But when they blew it up and I saw it, it was like perfectly round. It looked like a perfectly round dot and then like another circle around it. And I'm like, I've never seen it look like that before. I'm like, that's a good one. That's a good one. So that made me excited. I'm like, I don't know, it just looks different. It looks strong. It looks like solid. And so so after all of that, it was just the one egg, and I'm happy that it's over. I did sit with the heating pad, like I said, afterwards for a little bit. There was some bleeding, so they like last minute prescribed me the doxycycline also. So later on today, I'm gonna have to go back out over in that area to go pick up my prescription and take that. I've got other meds that I need to take tonight, and I'm just gonna chill. I'm so tired. Like, I was fighting myself to stay asleep stay awake this morning. And I thought, oh, well, as soon as the sun comes up, I should be fine. Girl, no, the sun was up and I was still slapping my legs to like stay awake. I'm so tired. Because here's the other thing, last night, because I had to leave so early, I got up at 2:30 this morning, left at 3, and so I was like, I'm gonna go to bed right now so that I can get enough rest to get up. Well, I couldn't really do that because I had to take another dose of ibuprofen at 11 p.m. So I'm like, how am I supposed to sleep? And most people are like, well, why don't you just go to sleep and then wake up? And I'm like, I don't work like that. Like, once I go to sleep, if I have to wake up, like, that disrupts my sleep. And then I have to get back to sleep only to wake up at 2:30. And so I didn't get very good rest at all last night. Popped up, got on the road. And so with me not having a lot of sleep and this Valium, I'm just like super chill. All I want to do is sit here, eat all of the snacks that I brought, and watch cartoons. And that's what the fuck we're gonna do. Adventure Time is on, and I haven't seen Adventure Time in years because I don't have TV, and like, I love seeing Cartoon Network right now. So we're gonna do that. Once I feel a little bit more clear-headed and not so drowsy, I have to get out and drive back over there to get my prescription because I have to start taking it tonight. And then, depending on how I feel after I eat all this crap, I may or may not, probably not, get something, even though I really want Korean fried chicken because that is my ritual. Every time I have a procedure, I get my Korean fried chicken. I don't know if I want that, or I've also been really craving like a good soup. Like, I want to get a big ass bowl of pho and just bring it back and stink it up in here. but we'll see. It is literally only 12:24 right now, so I have the entire day. Checkout is 12 tomorrow, but I'll be checking out much earlier at like 7 because I need to be back on the road at 8 in the morning to come back to Arizona because I have an appointment with Jackie. And it's like, Erica, why don't you just cancel? Because I canceled on her last time, and I feel like it's been like a month since I've talked to her, and I'm on a new schedule now to where I only see her like every 3 weeks now. So if I cancel now, first of all, it's too late, I think. It's too late. And I don't want to pay for a session without having a session. So no, I need it. I need a check-in. It's been a while. We have lots to talk about. So yeah, it's fine. Me being able to sleep in until like 7 is amazing, considering I've had to get up at 2, 3, 4 in the morning lately. So it'll be fine. I'm gonna rest and sleep all day today. It's gonna be great. The only thing I'm missing is like a wine or a something, but it's like, girl, you don't, like, you just had a retrieval, relax. Plus with this Valium, I'm not supposed to be drinking anyways, so that's fine. I didn't eat breakfast this morning, so I'm really hungry. When I was back there recovering, my favorite tech came in to see me. She saw my name on the like list for the day, and she came across the way to come see me and say hello and gave me a hug, and was like, oh, I wanted to see you before you left because I know you just like hop back on the road. She was so excited for me. It was so nice. And it's interesting because even the front desk girl, there's usually like 3 or 4 girls at the front desk. And there's one particular girl that I recognize. She has been there for a long time. So I'm checking in with another girl. Well, this lady has been there too. She's like older than all of them. She's been there for a minute. I'm checking in with her. And she was like, when is your appointment? I was like, oh, it's at such and such time. And the girl that's been there, she's like, for an egg retrieval. And I was like, you got it. So I was just telling my mom, like, it is so, like, it took a while for everybody to warm up to me, but I think they know my circumstances, they know my story, they know how hard I've been working towards this, and they're like super invested. They're really, really supportive and encouraging, not just because it's their job, but because like we've just, I don't know, I think they like me. I hope they like me by now. I try to be nice. I keep quiet to myself, but it's just really nice to know that like strangers are like fucking rooting for you, bro. Like they really want to see you win. And that like just gives me chills because that's a really strange feeling, right? It's different from like your friends, your family, your coworkers, or like people in your everyday life supporting and like rooting for you, but you don't know these people. They don't know you. They just know the circumstances, and they're like dead ass like wanting to see you win. That is so cool. So I really appreciated that. And then when I called yesterday to make this reservation, the girl in the call center that was helping me, she was like super, she's like, so because I was having some issues booking for the rate that was promised to me, right? And so she's asking me questions, what's the company, da 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 da, and I was like, I really need this to happen because I have a procedure tomorrow and I'm gonna be alone. Too much information for a stranger, I know. But she's just like, okay, I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work for you. And she did. And she's just like, best of luck on your procedure. You're gonna be in my thoughts and in my prayers. And everything is gonna be like great, and just like hyping me up, just being a freaking human being. And that gave me chills. And we just had a moment there, and it was just so cute because it sounded like she had a South African accent, and I'm like, girl. And I think she was in South Africa because, well, no, it was evening when I called, so who knows. Anyway, the girl was sweet, and I was just like, I was starting to relax and feel better from then. And then getting here, even though that they were busy, they like accommodated me so well, got me there on time. Everybody at the clinic, like there were no issues, like everything was just like what I needed. And now I can relax. I have not been able to relax since, well, it's been a couple weeks, because I've been on edge about when the egg retrieval was going to be, if the follicle was still going to be there, if it was going to grow. Like, I've been on edge for the last couple weeks. I have not been able to breathe and relax and let my shoulders down, well, since Friday when I got my massage, and then again not until like just now. So it's been an amazing day. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So that's what happened today. I'm gonna check in with you later. I'm tired of talking. I'm just gonna chill and eat.
Nothing but this for my two victims.
I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I did it.
Exactly. Now,
I had to pick up my prescription before I got too tired and didn't want to go. And got my Korean fried chicken, and they gave me extra. That's what I'm talking about. Am I gonna eat all this? No, but I will, like. Oh man, he had to tape it up because it was busting out of here. Yes. Korean fried chicken. I love this place. Told you, ritual. Oh, yummy, 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 yummy. He gave me some weird pieces, that's why. Man, I don't like those weird pieces. Whatever. This is about to be bomb. Alright, let me wash my hands. And I get to rewatch this movie that I left on and it didn't finish. Okay. I got the soy garlic ones. Oh, and the habaneros. Mango habanero.
It's like I said, you have to tell each other the deep stuff. The deep stuff. Yeah. I don't like mine. What's your favorite color? I've stepped on the line.
Yeah, man. That's why he gave me extra, because they got weird parts.
Until the end. Both fresh and real.
Why did they cut the chicken like that?
We're so young.
Ugh.
But our lives aren't just measured in years. They're measured in the lives of people we touch around us. For myself,
Now that's good.
for kindness,
That's motherfucking good.
we know that without room, we'd like to donate 1 month of our
Okay, I'm about to
to the families of the
get into my
every year. For the rest of
my relaxation. So bye. It's about to get real ugly. Yummy.